The Constitution is often called a living document, but it's not easy to change, and that's by design. So, how do we change it? Article 5 of the Constitution outlines two ways to formally amend it. First, two-thirds of both houses of Congress can propose an amendment, or two-thirds of state legislatures can call a constitutional convention. Either way, every amendment must be ratified by three-fourths of the states. That means 38 out of 50 must agree. That's a high bar. Only 27 amendments have made it through this rigorous process in over 230 years. This ensures that amendments reflect the will of a united nation, not just a passing political trend. Article 5 reminds us that while progress is possible, it must be deliberate and balanced. Let's walk through those 27 amendments, what they say and what they do, and how I would personally rank them based on their significance. Number 1, the First Amendment. This protects the core freedoms that make democracy work: speech, religion, the press, peaceful assembly, and petition. These rights empower people to speak out, challenge injustice, and hold the government accountable. Without them, no other rights could be fully defended, and that's why I rank it first. Number 2, the 14th Amendment. This guarantees equal protection and due process under the law. It was the foundation for the Brown v. Board of Education decision, which ended school segregation. It is essential for civil rights progress and holds the government to the promise of fairness, especially for marginalized communities. Its wide reach and ongoing impact puts it second. Number 3, the 13th Amendment. This abolished slavery and ended forced labor after centuries of racial oppression. It was America's moral turning point after the Civil War. No freedom matters if people can still be enslaved. This amendment made liberty real for millions, and it still fights human trafficking today. Number 4, the 19th Amendment. It gave women the right to vote. This wasn't just a law change, it was a shift in who counted as a full citizen. Women's voices now help shape inclusive policy in all areas of government. The 19th Amendment corrected half a nation's silence. Number 5, the 15th Amendment. This granted voting rights regardless of race. While suppression continues, this amendment planted the legal foundation for the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and modern civil rights efforts. For Black Americans, it was a long overdue start to political power and representation. Number 6, the 5th Amendment. This ensures due process and protects against self-incrimination. The deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia without a trial just this past March showed how critical this right is, especially for immigrants and minorities. It's a defense against government abuse in the courtroom. Number 7, the 6th Amendment. This guarantees a speedy and public trial and access to a lawyer. Public defenders exist because of this law. Without it, wealth would decide justice. It keeps trials transparent and fair, especially for poor defendants. Number 8, the 4th Amendment. This protects privacy by requiring search warrants. It now applies to your phone, emails, GPS, and digital life. In an era of constant digital surveillance, this amendment is more vital than ever. Number 9, the 8th Amendment. This bans cruel and unusual punishment. It's about the kind of country we are, not just what we punish, but how. It's often cited in death penalty and prison reform debates, and it reflects how we as a nation treat our most vulnerable. Number 10, the 26th Amendment. This lowered the voting age to 18 from 21. During the Vietnam War, teens could die for their country but couldn't vote. This amendment empowered youth to shape the policies that shape them. From climate to education, we now have a voice. Number 11, the 24th Amendment. This banned poll taxes. It eliminated financial barriers that blocked poor and Black Americans from voting, making democracy more equal and elections more accessible. Number 12, the 10th Amendment. This reserves powers not given to the federal government, to the states, or to the people. It protects local control, from marijuana legalization to school rules. While sometimes controversial, it supports innovation and community choice. Number 13, the 9th Amendment. This protects rights not specifically listed in the Constitution. It's a flexible shield for modern liberties like privacy and bodily autonomy, important but often indirect in court use. Number 14, the 17th Amendment. This allowed direct election of U.S. senators. It reduced political corruption and gave citizens more say in national leadership. That shift in power to the people is why it matters. Number 15, the 12th Amendment. This revised how we elected presidents and vice presidents. Without it, political rivals might still end up running the country together. This brought stability to presidential elections, ultimately helping the people. Number 16, the 25th Amendment. This explains what happens if a president can't lead. When President Reagan was shot, this amendment ensured a smooth transition. It's critical in emergencies, though not often used. Number 17, the Third Amendment. This bans quartering soldiers in people's homes. Though rarely used today, it symbolizes our deep value of privacy and control over our property. It's more about what kind of government we don't want. Number 18, the 16th Amendment. It allows federal income taxes, often unpopular, but essential. It funds everything from public schools to disaster relief. Without it, basic government functions would collapse. Number 19, the 23rd Amendment. This gives D.C. residents the right to vote for president. It corrected a basic unfairness and gave representation to the nation's capital, but it's limited. D.C. still lacks full congressional voting power. Number 20, the 7th Amendment. This guarantees jury trials in civil cases. Important for personal disputes, but not as urgent as rights affecting criminal justice. Its impact is narrower, but still necessary. Number 21, the 22nd Amendment. This limits presidents to 2 terms. It prevents anyone from becoming a dictator, but since it only applies to presidents and not really everyday life, I've placed it lower on my ranking. Number 22, the 11th Amendment. This limits lawsuits against states in federal court. It reinforces state sovereignty, but rarely touches ordinary people's lives. It's mostly used in government legal battles. Number 23, the Second Amendment. It protects the right to bear arms. While many value it, the rise in gun violence makes it one of the most controversial. I rank it here because there's an urgent need to balance the right with safety. Number 24, the 27th Amendment. This delays congressional pay raises. It helps with government accountability, but its effects are symbolic more than impactful. It's rarely invoked and rarely affects everyday people. Number 25, the 20th Amendment. This adjusted start dates for presidential and congressional terms. Definitely a helpful improvement, but mostly procedural and not rights-based. Number 26, the 18th Amendment. This banned alcohol. It led to black markets, violence, and was eventually repealed. It didn't really reflect public will, and it failed its goal. Finally, 27, the 21st Amendment. This repealed the 18th Amendment, prohibition. While it restored personal choice, it didn't expand democratic rights. That's why I rank it last. So, what's next? I believe we need a 28th Amendment to limit presidential pardons, especially self-pardons or pardons for family members. President Donald Trump has claimed he can pardon himself. Former President Joe Biden pardoned his family members. The Constitution currently places no limit on the president's pardon power, even if it's used to protect friends or family from justice. That's dangerous. It creates a system where presidents can shield themselves from consequences, undermining the rule of law. A 28th Amendment would restore balance. It would ban self-pardons and family pardons, ensuring that no president, Republican or Democrat, is above the law. The Constitution is designed to evolve, but only when the people agree it must. The 27 amendments we have today each protect a piece of our freedom, but it's our responsibility to think critically, rank them, defend them, and build on them. If we want to keep our democracy strong, we must shape it. And that starts with daring to propose what comes next. Thank you.